We all have noticed the phenomena where most of the characters with scars on their faces have it on the left side. And some of us must have wondered, why is that? Sure, there are characters with scars on the right, but they are far and few in between. The left side is clearly more favored across different animals. It might be because of how our eyes and brain are wired. Except for the olfactory bulbs, which are responsible for the sense of smell, the whole human body really is wired contralaterally, which basically means that the information from the right side of the body is processed by the brain's left hemisphere, and the information from the left of the body is processed by the right hemisphere. This is true for our eyes as well. The left eye sends signals of what it saw to the right hemisphere, and the right eye sends it to the left hemisphere. This little bit of info matters because the right hemisphere is specialized in recognizing faces, and the left is specialized in language processing. When we are watching the character on the screen, their left is our right and their right is our left. Therefore, the information taken in by our eyes goes something like this. The scarred side of the face, which is the left side, is being picked up majorly by our right eye, which then sends that information to the left hemisphere. Similarly, the right side of the face, which is not scarred and where the facial expressions are not murdered by deformities and thus are easier to understand, has that information picked up majorly by the left eye, which then sends those signals to the right hemisphere. Our brain, it seems, has evolved in a certain way to say that it is extremely important to recognize things like faces or anything face like the expression on the face if the face is of a friend or a foe very quickly. So much so that one little part of the brain specializes in this, called the fusiform face area or the FFA. That is why we can look at certain weird paintings like this and recognize that there are indeed faces hidden in it. Now, normally, the left and right hemispheres are connected by a tough little guy called corpus callosum, which helps in communication between the two spheres. This is why, even if we close our left eye, we will still be able to recognize a face and not just suddenly become face blind. And to increase my credibility, I'll tell you about the chimera face test, which was done with split brain patients, meaning patients who have had their corpus callosum damaged or removed due to unfortunate circumstances. So there is no exchange of info between the left and right sides of the brain. Basically, if we do an anime version of this test and gather otakus who have had their corpus callosum damaged and show them a face like this and ask them what they saw, they will say Luffy because the right side information goes to the left hemisphere, which is specialized in language. But if we ask them to point with the left hand what they saw, they'll point to Hancock. Pretty cool, right? Now, normally our hemispheres are connected, so the information is exchanged between them. But even then, humans often seem to demonstrate a natural gaze bias, officially called the left gaze bias, towards the left visual field, which means the right side of the person's or character's face is often inspected first and for longer periods of time, and thus leading to this slight but pretty universal preference of drawing characters with scars on the left side of the face. I don't know about you all, but the subtle influences which have culminated into this weird little phenomena is quite interesting to me. Let me know what you think. This is the end of this video. Till next time, see ya.